Today I'm going to be taking you through my morning routine. With having a morning routine, I find that it kind of just gets me in the right headspace. It gets me focused and ready to go for whatever I have on task and on tap for that day. So most recently I've been waking up anywhere between 6:30 and 8 o'clock, and I always hit the snooze button once or twice, but then once I'm up, I'm up. So I always make sure to have a full water bottle on the nightstand or right next to me so that when I wake up I can chug it. And I pretty much do that every morning just because when I wake up super dehydrated. So if that isn't a habit you haven't gotten into, I definitely recommend at least drinking a glass of water when you wake up, especially before you drink any coffee, because coffee will dehydrate you even further. After I chug some water, I head downstairs, and fortunately I have an espresso machine. So with my espresso machine, I usually like to make myself a shot or two of espresso. I have one shot before my regular runs, and then I'll have 2 shots of espresso if I have a workout or a long run probably. I do think it is really important to fuel before your runs with some sort of substance in terms of food. And for me, I've only been running in the morning for a month and a half now consistently, so I'm still kind of experimenting with what works for my stomach. And for me, some water and espresso works fine for my easy runs that aren't too long, but I have tried to experiment with Cliff Bars or dry cereal or some toast before my longer runs and workouts. So I do want to say that I think it is very important, and I'm still experimenting, just kind of learning what works best for my body. After I get changed and I brush my teeth, I'll do my hair, throw it up in a ponytail, I'll head back downstairs, and then I get started with my pre-run warm-up. So a pre-run warm-up is something that I cannot emphasize enough. So all it really takes is even 2 to 3 exercises, 5 minutes, just to get the blood flowing and ready to go. So then that first mile during your run doesn't feel like a complete slog. I like to include simple exercises like fire hydrants. Those can really get the hips and the glutes activated and energized, ready to go. I also like to do some leg swings, some arm circles, some neck circles, getting everything ready, getting all the blood flowing before I head out the door. All right, so once I am finished with my warm-up, I probably take one last sip of water, and then I'm headed out the door to whatever workout or run I have that day.
I just got done my run. It was 8 miles and then some strides. Felt pretty good. So I'm just gonna relax a little bit, catch my breath, get some water, snack on this Cliff Bar, and then I have some physical therapy to do. And then for strength today, I'm gonna do some a back lift, and then I will get on with my morning.
So when I have my water and my snack, I'll then take 10 minutes to just chill, lay down, catch my breath, let my body just relax for a second. And when I'm doing that, I'll usually take that time to fill out my Strava, update my coach, check in with my Garmin, and just take a few deep breaths. So when my workout is over, I make my favorite post-workout smoothie. It is my favorite. It is gonna be packed with nutrients every single morning, and it just makes me feel so good after I get that in my system. It's not the most amazing smoothie that I've ever had, but it's good enough to have every morning. Usually it'll have a couple handfuls of spinach. Today it was kale and spinach, just because I had some kale left over in the fridge. So I always make sure to have a green, and then with the spinach, I'll add whatever fruit, always a banana, and then usually it's blueberries, strawberries, sometimes it's raspberries, whatever really is in stock. Sometimes my mom makes a big fruit salad, and I'll just take a few scoops out of the fruit salad. Sometimes it's pineapple, so it all really depends. And then I always use almond milk, vanilla unsweetened as my kind of my liquid base. And then I like to add some lemon as well. I just know that there's so many benefits of drinking lemon water. And then I always top it off with my collagen peptides, and then my protein powder as well. So once I'm done making my smoothie, I usually just sit down, take some time just to enjoy it. And while I'm doing that, I usually just scroll through my phone, honestly, and I check my emails, Instagram, social media, just getting updated and kind of caught up from the morning. So after my smoothie is finished, I'll head back upstairs, I'll take a shower, get changed, and really get ready for the day now. All right, so once I'm showered, hair is combed, everything I'm changed with my outfit, I will head back downstairs, and now it's for the best time of the morning. So it is finally coffee time. I've been on a huge iced coffee kick lately. Normally, like in the winter and stuff, I'll make a cup in the Nespresso machine, but since the weather has been really warm, I like to make some iced coffee. So sometimes I'll just put in an espresso cup the night before and put that in the fridge so it's ready the next day. But lately I've been using just a Starbucks iced coffee that my mom gets from the grocery store. This combined with Toffee Nut Creamer, Starbucks brand, literally tastes like coffee ice cream. I'm not even kidding you. It is so good. And I love putting lots of ice in it into a mason jar. Just one of those little things that just makes me happy. When I am drinking my coffee, I get my planner out, my training log, my laptop, and in my planner, I like to just check up on things that I have on task for that day, as well as writing anything that I thought of while I was working out or something like that. And then I also like to include a gratitude list in my planner. So that's kind of just something I've picked up over the past few months. I like to include three things that I'm thankful for, just because I know that it takes three like positive affirmations to combat one negative thought. That's just to equalize it. So I always make sure to do three of those that I'm thankful for. I will also take this time to fill out my training log. This is when I also take the time to really just reflect on my run or workout, how it went, and kind of what I need to do moving forward into the next day. So pretty much when I am done filling out my training log and checking up with my planner, that's when I really get my day started, whether I'm editing a YouTube video or going to run errands with my mom, something like that, but kind of just like closes out my morning routine. This is the morning routine that gets me ready for the day. I know that it's gonna be different when work starts up again and I'm gonna have to wake up at really early hours of the morning. So it is gonna be different and I know that, but for me right now, this is the one that I wanna stick with and this is the one that I've really been enjoying. I do want to talk about and address kind of how I have transitioned into a morning runner. I really want to transition into a morning runner, especially as it gets warmer and warmer outside during the summer months. And then also just because whenever I was waiting till like 2 or 3 in the afternoon to run, I find myself really getting really worked up, really nervous, even for just regular runs. So I find that if I just wake up, kind of rip the Band-Aid and get out there, it's just so much better for my mental health. So the first thing that I really wanted to experiment with is caffeine. And for me, whenever I have like an actual cup of coffee, it takes me like 30 minutes to an hour to drink and digest. And also to hydrate as well as I'm drinking it. So I needed to figure something out because I didn't want to take 30 minutes to an hour to drink coffee before going out for a run, especially if I'm going to start waking up earlier. That said, I am really lucky to have an espresso machine that makes espresso and shots of espresso. So that's what I found to work so perfectly for my stomach and also kind of just wakes me up a little and also gets all the energy and systems awake and ready to go. That brings me to point number 2. Bathroom worries. If you don't go to the bathroom before your run, sometimes it can cause a lot of anxiety and just make you kind of nervous. And then also, nobody likes to experience any bathroom issues during your run or have to stop at all, kind of just like messes with your flow. So that was something that I was also really worried about. But I found that the shot of espresso kind of has enough caffeine, as well as drinking some water when I wake up and get the blood flowing. I find that that has worked for me, my stomach, and my bathroom needs. But the third thing that I'm still even experimenting with is trying to eat something before my runs. So I used to have like a full breakfast and then have to wait like 3 or 4 hours before I run. That's usually what it looks like on race day, but with these morning runs, I know that that's not really a possibility or really realistic for me and my stomach. So figuring out something to eat, and like I was saying before, whether that's like a handful of dry cereal I know works really well for people, even like Fig Newtons or something like that, just like kind of simpler of the carbs so your body's able to process it really quickly, give you that energy. So I'm still working on it. For my runs right now, it's been okay with something really, really small and the shot of espresso and some water. But as I get deeper into the training cycle and get closer to my race, my workouts and my runs are going to be longer and more intense. So I'm still gonna have to figure something out for that. But I'm lucky that right now I figured out at least a little bit something that works for me. Being able to figure those those 3 things out has really helped me kind of move forward to waking up, getting ready, and getting onto my run. Like I was saying before, my morning runs now have just done absolute wonders for my mental health. When I was waiting around till 2 or 3 o'clock, I would just get so nervous about the littlest things. I would get nervous that my food wouldn't digest, I'd have to go to the bathroom during the run, something like that. Getting up and getting my runs in right away, it sets the tone for my day. It's my favorite part of my day, and it also makes me feel really productive within the first 3 hours from when I wake up. So just enables me to really tackle the rest of the day with a clear headspace, calm nerves, calm stomach, and just the right mindset going into whatever I have. So if you want to become a morning runner, or you're having trouble kind of getting up, don't be afraid to try out different methods and just really experiment to see what gets you out the door. So if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my morning routine. And if you have any other tips that have worked for you to help run in the morning, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I would love for you to like and subscribe to my channel. But until next week, happy running.